getting into this episode of GH. I'm glad Chase and BLQ had that conversation about trying to get pregnant and why it's not happening and stuff. I'm glad they had that conversation because I feel like Chase said what I've been saying, that he feel maybe they've been putting too much pressure on themselves, and that's exactly what I think it is. They've been stressing about not getting pregnant, and I feel when you stress about not getting, like when you stress about getting pregnant, that's what hurts your chances a lot of times of getting pregnant, because that's on your brain all the time and you're stressing about it. Like, nah, you got to have a clear mind when you're trying to get pregnant. Like, you got to be stress free and just carefree, continue to live your day-to-day life. But I am glad that they're talking about going to the hospital at the very least to get checked out, make sure he's good, she good physically, because once they get that all clear from the doctor that they're both good, you know they don't have to worry about it. Maybe it is just a mind thing. But I don't blame Chase at all, for feeling like, as much as they, he would want a baby and they both want a baby. I'm glad he spoke his piece when he said, he would, he's happy just having her to himself right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I totally feel that. I mean, they're only, 7 months into this marriage? They haven't even hit a full year yet. You know? I would just focus on being a married couple, still being in that newlywed phase. I would focus on that right now and just going back to everyday life rather than worrying about a baby right now. That's how I feel about it, honestly. They need to just chill out and go do what they normally do. Stop focusing 100% on this baby stuff. And let it just happen when it's supposed to happen. Again, unless there's a medical issue. Hopefully there's not, but you never know. Moving on from that, I don't understand Willow. I honestly feel like she left one coat to go to another coat. That's how I felt. Because I feel like that's what Nina and Drew provide her with. They provide her with another coat. Because they're pretty much, they're thinking for her. Telling her how to think, how she should move next with the Michael situation. Oh, you got to go on offense. You got to this, and this. Why are you listening to these two dumbasses? Why? They're simple. What are you listening to them for? They're going to cause her to go through a lot of hell. Like, this whole thing doesn't have to get ugly, but it's getting ugly. It's going to start to. It's going to start to get real ugly because she's choosing to listen to Dumb and Dumber. That's what she's choosing to do. Stop listening to these two fools and listen to your own self. Listen to your instincts, because obviously her instincts are telling her, make this easy. Make this easy on the kids. Make this easy on Michael. Make it easy on yourself. Why sit here and go through this nasty fight that doesn't have to happen? Why? Like, stop listening to Tweedledee and Tweedle fucking Dumb. Like, they just gonna get her caught up. And I'm glad. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm glad Lucas came in there and blasted her and stuff for what she doing. Because I agree with him. Like, it was painful for him to give Wiley up when he found out Wiley was really Michael's son. It pained him to do that. And I agree. He didn't give the child up just so Michael could be, blackballed from the child's life. Absolutely not. Like, who the hell is she to try to take Michael's kids from him? Like, go through the joint custody thing and handle it that way. I don't see nothing wrong with joint custody. Nothing at all. Like, she being a damn fool. That's why I can't wait for her to find out that Drew been, slobbing her mother down. He been busting slob with her mama. I can't wait until she find that out. She gonna look real dumb listening to these two idiots. I'm happy that, Ava is getting closer with Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Like, their family bond is starting to grow stronger and whatnot. Because even Ava basically was saying, like, she feel Michael don't deserve what Willow is doing. And that's huge coming from Ava. Because, Ava don't care about nothing with the last name Corinthos. Only person with the last name Corinthos she care about is her daughter. That's it. She don't care about the rest of them. So that's big coming from her. And I'm glad, Michael had Jason to talk with and stuff like that. But my thing with Michael is, I feel like he do need to let her go. Because my thing is, how do you come back from this? You know, it's hard. It's hard for people when a spouse cheats on you with a stranger. That's hard to come back from. So imagine your spouse cheating on you with a damn relative of yours. Imagine that. I just feel like there's no possible way you can reconcile with that. Because I feel like it's going to play in your mind every single time you lay down with that person. Every time you get intimate with your spouse again, you're going to play that in your head, especially that video of them getting it on. You know what I'm saying? That's always going to play in your head. I just don't see how you get past it. I don't see how Michael could honestly get past Willow and Drew sleeping together. Like, how? How do you come back from that? And it's quite clear that Willow's not in love with Michael anymore. Or if she ever really was, is the question. Like, was she truly in love with him? Or did she love the idea of him? You know what I'm saying? The comfort that he provided her with. The stability. Like, is that, was she truly loved? Who knows? You know what I mean? But I say let her go. She a part of a new coat. So you ain't getting her back. She's a gone girl. So you ain't getting that back. And honestly, if I was Michael, I wouldn't want her ass back. I'm just saying. Hell no, I wouldn't want that skeezer back. She a jump skeezy. I wouldn't want her. I'm still very much curious how they're gonna write Michael out though. That's what got my mind spinning whenever I watch the show lately. Like how he gonna go. That's really what I want to know. So anyway, moving on from that. I totally understand Lulu wanting to go find Charlotte. I get it. I totally get it. But I feel like it kind of could have waited at least another day. Like, you could have at least spent the full day with your son on Christmas. Like, this is the first time he gets to spend with her in 4 years on Christmas. She could have at least stayed for the whole festivities. You know what I mean? Then hopped on a later flight to go find Charlotte. But you know what I find funny? Because Laura was like, once Laura and Dante realized that Lulu went to go find Charlotte, Laura was like, oh, it's a big airport. That airport can't be that big because you mean to tell me Port Charles Airport has a direct flight to Prague, whatever, however you pronounce it. But they got a direct flight to that? I don't buy it. I don't buy that they got a direct flight. Because I feel like there would be so many layovers. There's no way there's a direct flight to that place. Absolutely not. Hell nah. Hell nah. You can't fool me. Some things I could suspend my belief on, but I don't know if I could suspend my belief in that. Like, really? I don't know. I don't know. it did cross my mind. I said, y'all got a connector? Okay. Must be a huge airline there for y'all to have a connecting flight, I guess. Colette. So my thing is, obviously some stuff is gonna go down when Charlotte and Lulu are reunited because now Colette, Brennan's little right hand woman, she's on the same flight as Lulu. She in a couple rows back. So I'm wondering, like, what's going on? Like, do they plan on popping Valentine when they find him? That would be my guess, because why would Brennan send his assistant to go to, follow Lulu to find Valentine? Like, are they trying to take him out because he's a how you put it? He's a piece to that puzzle that they don't want people to solve or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to leave loose ends, basically. That's how I see it. So who knows? But I know some stuff gonna go down. So I'm glad Dante going, because Lulu was bad shit out of her mind to even think about going up there by herself. So I'm glad Dante was like, nope, I'm gonna go try to find her, because she need backup. There's no way you can go out there by yourself. Ain't no way. You're gonna need some type of backup with you. So anyway, moving on from that. I'm surprised that Joselyn is opening up to Brennan, and she seemed like she like him. She really do. And she noticed that him and Carly got, they jonesing for each other. She noticed. But I'm glad they had a moment to talk, and Brendan kind of put things into perspective for her about changing lives and changing the world. Because I feel like Jocelyn don't know what she want to do, which is understandable for her age. Because how old is Jocelyn? Like 20, 21? It's understandable because when I was her age and I was in college, back when I was like 19, 20, I changed my major probably like two, three times. I changed it at least like two, three times. So I can understand not knowing what you want to do, because there's so much out here to do. So much. So you kind of got to, dibble, you kind of got to, dabble to see what you want, see what you like, you know, get into it, try journalism, try business, put your hand in a bunch of different pots to see what really interests you, what you can make a passion out of, you know. I understand, but I think she'll figure it out. You could definitely tell that Carly and Brendan want to kiss. Like they clearly want to kiss, but I think they trying to keep it PG. I think they trying to go slow, but she definitely feeling him and he feeling her. And even if he is slightly using Carly for whatever reason, I feel like the feelings are very much genuine. I think he genuinely like her, and I'm interested to see where this is going. Um, Moving on from that, so I'm guessing that's the reason why they got a whole new Emma, because apparently Emma's staying. So I can see why they recasted the role, because maybe the original actress couldn't do the everyday, couldn't do the permanent thing, so they had to get somebody else. That's why I'm guessing that they recasted the role, because they wanted Emma there on a regular basis, and the other actress couldn't. Um, but Emma was being very vague. Like even Anna was like looking at her suspiciously because she was being real vague about why she was back in town, like why she's staying, and the fact that Anna wanted to call Robin and stuff, and Emma was coming up with all these little excuses and trying to change the subject. I was like, yeah, that little girl up to something. She was definitely up to something. Um, the question is what. But when Emma's staying, I could definitely see her and Geo getting close. I could see that since they bumped into each other when she came back to town. That was clear as day that they're going to be maybe a couple or grow into a friendship, maybe. But if I was Anna, I would be pulling out my phone right now calling Robin because something fishy going on with them. Um, because she was being all nosy, asking Sasha all these questions. But I'm glad, Sasha is going to figure out her situation before she tell everybody she pregnant, because she gonna have to do something, because at some point she gonna start showing. So she need to get stuff in order and figure out what she doing. Um, I really hope Michael find out before he leave that she's pregnant. I hope so. I would hate for him to leave and not know, but I'm pretty sure they probably gonna go that route. Anyway, moving on from that, I like the flashbacks, that they were doing with Sonny and Mike, but it reminded me that we didn't get a nurse's ball this year, which is odd. So we didn't get that nurse's ball, and I was kind of hoping for it, but it is what it is. I'm curious to see what Christina's gonna do with Charlie's though. Like, is she gonna change the name? What is she gonna turn it into? Is she gonna turn it into a nightclub? Like, what's she gonna do with it? Because now that the Haunted Star is gone, remember the Haunted Star used to be a nightclub. What is she gonna do? Because we still got Curtis's nightclub, but they don't really show it that much. So I'm curious to see what she gonna do with it. And what the hell is going on with Sonny? Because this man done turned out the light. He started clutching his chest. I'm like, is he about to have a heart attack? Because he was having chest pains or something. Like, what the hell going on with him? He about to have a medical emergency? I wonder if this gonna land him in the hospital, because people that's been going to the hospital lately been getting that digitalis put in their system. So I wonder if Cyrus gonna pay him a little visit and put some of that digitalis in his veins. I wonder. But I don't see Sonny leaving the show anytime soon, honestly. I know, Maurice Bernard talked about retiring, but I would think that after 31 years on the show, he would announce a retirement and not just, they just put it into a story or something without any real announcement, especially after 3 decades playing a character, but you never know. But I don't see him going anywhere just yet. But I'm really wanting to know, like, is he about to heart attack out? Like, what's the hell going on with the Don? But anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. See y'all later. Peace.